from the jump, we on now. Swear no more gon' broke now. Might do a show in your town. Wait till I bring that. I'm on no road bounce.
I got like me this right in the money. I love it even though it's bad. I can't let none of these get into my head. And all my friends locked up, got caught up in the feds. And all my sins washed up, yeah, free my said. I be close to saying I ain't supposed to say. Sometimes I wanna go ghost, I might go MIA. I might go MIA, all up in my face. I don't go nowhere without my brothers, that's my gang. And all up in my space, just getting in the way. I got like 30 on my fingers, what more can I say? And I got 30 on my fingers, what more can I say? Please, on the block that from deep like KB. Every night they, but please don't call them shady. I got too much on the fight, so please don't try to me. I got too much on the face, so please don't try to me. I gotta for the look, already got good. I got a team full of and really gotta look crazy. I put in a cup, yeah, but that's my baby. I be paranoid, I gotta keep. I got like me this right in the money. I love it even though it's bad. I can't let none of these get into my head. And all my friends locked up, got caught up in the feds. And all my sins washed up, yeah, free my said. I be close to saying I ain't supposed to say. Sometimes I wanna go ghost, I might go MIA. I might go MIA. I might go MIA. MIA.
Classic.
I might go
we did
MIA.
classic. Oh, that's
Whoa, Kenny. I'm the long hair and I all talk tough like a bottle top. Just to get the off. No deal, shawty, you just a knock off. Chicken, no Coca-Cola, I'm the one that pop off. Hit me, my Motorola if you need to. Got them every day, no, I ain't never call off. Talk on Instagram, it'll make you log off. And if you think they better than me, bar too high and it's hard to beat. Gucci shades hit dark, so it's hard to see.
Won by the Minnesota team.
Hey, it's up again. Let's take it home now. Let's go.
Substitutions, Minnesota. Substitutions, Houston.
Tyus Jones picked up by Paul. To Taj Gibson. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
Well, they have such great flow to their offense this evening. The ball isn't sticking to one player individually. It's moving around the perimeter, and it's zipping. They're playing with a special cohesiveness.
And finishes strong. Jay, perhaps that's a start.
Those kind of plays get me fired up. That's a momentum play. They looked lifeless here in the first quarter, but a dunk like that can get your team going in the right direction.
Easy path to the rim.
There you go. I like seeing scoring coming from unlikely sources.
Gordon with it, trailing by 11. Straight down the middle of the lane. Way to punch it home.
Woo! This rookie is a high flyer. He brings that kind of pro-am vibe to the NBA, and it's fun to watch.
Jones against Chris Paul.
Screen coming your way, screen coming your way.
Gets it in the right corner. To Gibson. Taj Gibson, 2 for 2. That's what you want.
You feel that? I see the confidence building.
Now Paul with the basketball. Less than a minute to go in a tightly played first quarter. Nothing going here on that drive. To Paul with a drop step. And Gibson grabs the rebound. Jones with it. They can go 2 for 1 if they hurry. Drive on the baseline, but his shot stays out. Rivers into the front court. Down 11. To Paul. Good look that time, but off the mark. Stuffs it down with authority.
Hands up, hands up, hands up.
Deep three at the buzzer. 1 quarter in the books here on Christmas Day. Jay and I are back after this. It's a special presentation of the NBA on EA Sports. Ed Cohen, Jay Williams with you as we get things started here in the second quarter. Paul into the front court. His guys trail by 13. Tucker. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
And I love the smile on the face of the offensive player. Sometimes luck is on your side. I don't know how that shot went in, but and one.
Unable to connect on the free throw. To P.J. Tucker. Trying to cash in, and he knocks it down, Jay.
Big girls are
When I played, and I see guys do this all the time. When you shoot, the target isn't the basket. The target is actually before you even go into the shot. The target are your hands defensively. If your hands are down and you give me clear vision towards the bucket, that shot's definitely going up.
Leaving no doubt. Slams it down. That has to feel deflating for the other side.
They've really came out and made a statement so far in this first half. Another powerful dunk, but another easy dunk. When are we going to see some defense?
Paul against the former MVP. The drive right to the basket. Short jumper off the mark.
And you hate to say this, but this is the reality of the matter. Sometimes it takes guys a little while to warm up into the game. Seems like they finally found their rhythm in the second quarter.
Now the Rockets will use a timeout as they'll take a moment to go over things here in the second quarter. Looks like both teams are making substitutions. Paul to Harden. Goes to the right side. Cashes in for 2.
Oh, man, you're not supposed to be able to do that with that size. But in today's game, dexterity and mobility are off the charts for bigs.
Derrick Rose. He's 2 for 2 now.
Look, there was barely any contact on that last play. I agree with the ref's no call. Let him play.
Oh, great defense there, forcing the pickup. They get it down to Harden. Scores from the post.
Old school equals high percentage.
The Timberwolves have the basketball. Rose against Chris Paul. Driving right to the basket. Straight down the middle of the lane. Way to punch it home.
Like my old coach used to say, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. It's way too easy. Just keep attacking. It's easy money.
Teague with it up top. Counting down toward a minute to go. That'll get out. Last touch by Capella. Both coaches dipping into their reserves. Changes coming onto the floor. Rose. Fires the 3.
From the start, let's do it.
Missed it. Derrick Rose, guarded by the former Dookie. Great look and vision. Yes, Andrew Wiggins. The defense is really going to have to start paying attention. He's 5 for 5 for the field.
We're watching a clinic right now. We're watching basketball one-on-one. Whoever this professor is, he needs to get paid top dollar.
Big finish at the rim. Jay, let's see if that's a sign for him.
Well, he's been pretty much non-existent the first 3 quarters, but when you have a play like that, that can get the juices going, and that can help you with your offensive rhythm.
Left.
Rose to Towns. Perfect feed to set up the basket. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
He should get some kind of acting award. That's a great sell by the offensive player. But guess what? The ref spit, and that's the game.
Free throw good for the three-point play. It's back to a 14-point game. Rose into the front court. Looking to make something happen.
Get that.
Fareed to Rivers. And the basket good at the rim.
The one thing we know for certain in this league, it doesn't matter how big the margin is, you can always put together a run and get back in this one.
Rose into the front court. Up a dozen. Taj Gibson to Wiggins. Goes to the left side. Beyond the arc for three. Jay, I don't know if you call that the shooter's touch, but they will take it.
Well, essentially, the touch did help the ball go in, Ed. I don't know. I might have to agree to disagree on that.
Tough-looking shot there. Still gets it to go down.
And that may not have been a gimme, but that layup at the rim definitely chips away at the pride of the defense.
That's a turnover. It goes the other way. To Rivers. Cruises inside for two.
Hand down, man down. You got to get up and contest the shot.
To Rose. To Taj Gibson. Wiggins. Down low for Gibson. Taj Gibson, very efficient and making an impact. He's 3 for 3.
Hey, one of the things I hear all the great teams say in the huddle, they say 1, 2, 3, no mercy. Now it's time for you to go even harder on the defensive end.
Not a good pass there. T-Wolves have it.
You know, Ed, sometimes you're just more ready to play than your opponent. The intensity and the effort is off the charts.
The shot, almost. Rose into the front court. The lead is 15. And throws it down. He took it out on the rim that time.
Oh, there's no better feeling than after throwing that one down, hanging on the rim a little bit, looking at your opponent beneath you, making him recognize that's where you'll be the entire ball game.
Short jumper stays out.
And it's never a great thing when you're talking to yourself the entire next possession about the shot you just missed. Now you know you're in that player's head mentally.
Late heave to beat the buzzer. To an end as the Timberwolves enjoy a nice cushion so far. The Wolves with the basketballs. We start the fourth quarter. And this one, Jay.
Come on, no. Come on, Rockets, you got this.
Come on, y'all, let's go get it. It's on us.
Substitutions, Minnesota.
T, guarded by CP3. To Covington. Rejected.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
Rockets have the ball. Ooh, Chris Paul. Small sample size, but making the most of it. He's 1 for 2. There's a sixth sense there that you just can't teach.
If you're a player on the same team with CP3, you should be taking that point guard out to dinner every single night. There's something to be said about a guard that makes the game way easier for you to be even more of an efficient offensive player.
Down low for Jay. Ah, the monster stuff.
You know, it reminds me out of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with a fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
Great feed, sets it up. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down. Jay, that's been the story this evening.
I mean, another one? Another dunk? Another easy possession for the team. Why am I the only one yelling? I don't see anybody on the bench yelling. I don't see anybody on the court even angry right now.
And the rebound taken in by the Rockets. From long range, unconventional to say the least. It's no good. To Teague. Oh, emphatic slam.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Robert Covington with the strong finish.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched the epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. Taken by the Wolves.
That's all she wrote. Dribble it out.
T. That is great vision to set it up. That's off the side of the rim, short. Paul into the front court. His guys down big. Ooh, Chris Paul. Quiet night, but 2 for 3 in the contest right now.
I don't know if the scouting report has made its way out here yet, but if anything, it says you need to not let him get that close to the rim.
Teague sizing up Eric Gordon. It's a victory for the Timberwolves as they cruise to win a game that was never really in doubt. That'll wrap things up. For Jay Williams and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports.
Here we go with the EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Timberwolves were simply amazing in this contest. The scoring display they put on is going to be hard to forget. It's hard to imagine anyone doesn't come away impressed with how effectively they score their points. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the Minnesota Timberwolves. The Rockets are no longer suffering through what was a big-time blowout.
And it's games like this where